Welcome to the first episode of Behind the Content. In this episode, Jordan and I talk about pushing past the idea of giving up, how repeated failure forced us to change our content strategy, and how you don't need expensive camera gear to make studio-grade content.
Have you ever thought about giving up with your content? Or giving up making content at all?
Yeah, like every day, honestly. I don't know. I think the one thing people don't understand about making content is it's a full-time commitment. And when you have a life, like most of us do, now you're committing to an entirely different life. Because now you're pleasing not only yourself, because you really want to make the content for yourself, but you have an audience to entertain. And keeping that consistency and relationship with your audience is a whole nother task. It's a whole nother thing. So it's a full-time commitment. And I think for everyone, I'm just speaking for myself, maybe you go through stages, but if something falls off and it doesn't do as good as the last thing you did, there's so many doubts. There's always going to be a voice in your head telling you that you could be doing something else. You're a failure, but don't listen to that voice. I would say, just keep choosing to do it, because it's the only way you're going to get to the end of it is by doing it, even on the days that you want to give up. And I don't know, that's just how I feel about it. Maybe you go through something different. So how do you feel like giving up?
For the longest time, I could never see myself giving up content. And it's honestly surprising that we're sitting here doing this podcast now, because more recent than ever have I felt like giving up. I've always had my dad's voice in the back of my head. My parents have been really supportive of me and making content and like following my dreams and everything. But they're very like realistic. At least my dad is. And he's like, you gotta do this now. And you have to do this soon. Because there's gonna become a point in your life where your responsibilities overtake your ability to pursue this. And I think that I might have reached that point, or I'm getting really close to it. I'm having another baby. It's gonna be my third child in about 3 months. And just the thought of her coming into this world and me not having a sustainable stream of income has been terrifying. That has been like the main driving force in me actually considering quitting and just going to go get another job, or just a normal job. I got fired from my job recently, about 4 months ago. I had a pretty decent job. I was a social media director for a beef jerky company in Las Vegas. I was getting paid pretty good, like $60,000 a year for only working 4 days a week. So that's like a dream job for people.
Lots of time on my hands.
Yeah.
Lots of extra money that I could put into my content. But after I got fired, like the reality really started to set in. Suddenly we can't pay our bills. Just this past month, we weren't able to pay our car payment. We had to pay our car payment late. And it's like not being able to pay our bills, always like not having money. We went from having extra money that I could put into stuff to having no money at all. Like I can't go on a date with my wife. I can't take my kids to like a jumping place or somewhere fun. This Christmas, I'm not going to really be able to buy my kids anything. They each get like one present. And it's like, I'm in my late 20s now. I'm married. I'm about to have 3 kids. And it feels like my time of being able to pursue this is coming to an end. So I need to figure out how to make this work, and to make it work soon. Because if I can't, and the baby comes, it's like I need to pay the bills. And it's tough. So I got into such a deep depression after I got fired. And it really hurt me. Not like emotionally, but it's like I'm sitting here depressed and I should be working. I should be working on videos trying to like figure out my next move, but I can't. And like that even set me back even further.
Man, dude, oof. It's crazy because I love you and Eliza so much. And, oh man. Because you're, oof. I love you. Woo. Because you were there for me when I was going through. Bro, this guy, I lost everything, bro. I didn't have a place to live. And
You lived at my house for 2 weeks.
I lived at your house for 2 weeks with my family, bro.
He moved in here with 3 kids.
And she was
Fiance.
dude, my fiance, my kids, the baby, and you know, she was, you know, at that moment, I thought she was, you know, completely ride or die. Because in that moment, I believed it. Like, if a woman can stay with you at your lowest, you know, she's seen you at your good. You know, she knows what you can do because she's seen it. But now you got some setbacks. And some setbacks, you know, can make or break a woman. And it broke mine. And I lost my family. I lost her for childless reasons and things that I was doing. And my failures. Because I felt, dude, last year I felt so much. And it was like a domino effect. It was like fell after fell after fell after fell while you're juggling being a father, while you're juggling wanting more than the average. I don't want, you and I both, we know this. We don't want a 9-to-5. We don't want to put our dreams to rest. We don't want to not inspire people who are literally going through the same shit we're going through right now. There's more people out there who are at the edge of, do I give up? And it's like, you don't. And then I think for every man, it takes a really strong woman. If you are in a relationship, it takes someone like, you know, what you have with Eliza, someone who's like sticking with you through it all, bro. You guys, she's pregnant and it's beautiful. And the fact that you're not giving up is amazing. And you were right there with me when I chose not to give up and I was losing everything. And then I had to rebuild it completely alone without the help of the fucking small circle that we got in our life, bro. I wouldn't even be here today. And it's like you have that, and you already have the mentality of overcoming failures.
That mentality has been really hard to get back.
But you got it though, you know, because you're not. Look at us right now.
I know.
It takes mentality to do this.
That mentality was so hard for me to get back.
I can imagine.
This fall has impacted me so much because I was there. And I came back all the way down to nothing. I used to work at Starbucks. I worked there for 4 years, and I finally decided that I don't want to do this with my life. I'm looking at these people that have been working there for 15 years, and I would hate it if that was me. Like, no offense to anyone that like actually wants a 9 to 5, but I can't do it. I can't have a boss. I can't deal with any of that. So I set this challenge, 150 days to quit my job and become a full-time content creator. And I failed so much, but those failures were learning.
Yeah.
I didn't have a wife. I didn't have a kid at the time. And it was just me. And I was working at Starbucks. I was doing YouTube and I guess TikTok. And I was doing client work all at the same time. And I look back and I don't know how I did it. Maybe it's just the fact that I didn't have a family and someone to like sit down and watch movies with at the end of the night, and someone that like requires my time and all of that. But I would go to Starbucks and I would work at 4 in the morning. I would be there until like 12 or 1. I would get off, go home, eat a quick lunch, just work on my videos until I had to go to my second job, which was I was filming for someone else's YouTube video. And so I would get there at like 6, be done at 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning. And I would literally sleep in my car in the parking lot of Starbucks to go back to work. Honestly, I didn't see any results really until day 140 out of 150. And then my YouTube channel started to pick up, and I was a full-time YouTuber for like a year and a half until things didn't really work out, which was fine because then I pivoted to TikTok and things were going great up until like last October. I was making $4,000 off of TikTok plus my job, and like I would have months where I was pulling $10,000 a month, and just going from that and like actually like making it, like I was getting millions of views, I was getting money, I was fine, and now I'll be lucky to make anything. Like now, like I don't have that. Like I was up here, and I was there. My dreams were there, but I couldn't sustain it, and I fell. And that's why it was so hard for me, is because all I've ever wanted to do was to be a full-time content creator. And I got a taste of it, and then it went away.
Well, it's funny you say that. It's not funny, but it's crazy.
Yeah, it's hilarious, huh?
I'm laughing. But you can't go past the fact that you said, and I was going to pause you, but I wanted you to finish. You can't skip past the part where you said you made you posted for 140 days.
Yeah.
So the 150 was the goal. And on the 140th is when you finally got that increase. Right?
Yeah. So we can go more into that.
Well, the thing I was going to say is there's a climb here. So now you've already committed, a few days back to 100. The baby's going to be born there.
Okay. Yeah. So, we both, so my whole TikTok page, and
you were first. Yeah.
My whole TikTok page started off. When I started posting on TikTok, I didn't have any expectation of anything. Like, I wasn't looking at like getting popular or famous or whatever. I just wanted to post onto this little app that everyone was talking about. This was like 3 years ago. I was like, okay, it's starting to get popular. Everyone's on TikTok. Like, let me see what's up. So I started posting just as a way to give myself some accountability, even if no one saw it, because I didn't expect anyone to watch my videos.
No.
I just wanted something that I can post on to just give myself accountability.
Right.
Did I post
Something
on
you to be proud of,
Yeah, just like keep me on track, because I do better when like I'm kept on track.
Yeah.
So I just came up with a number, which happened to be 150 days because it sounded nice, and I just went on with that. And now it kind of feels like I'm right back in those shoes. So I started another goal. My baby's due in about 4 months. So I gave myself the goal of 120 days because that's 4 months.
Damn, it's even quicker than I thought.
So
She's going to be here soon.
Jordan, for some reason, was like, hey, that's a great idea. Let me join you on this journey.
That's a hell of an idea. What are you talking about? And I beat ourselves up for not posting daily already, because we should. And we found enough things to where we should. And I'm not saying that you have to do this, but we've been doing that for a while. And there's no reason we shouldn't be able to make at least one post that we can be proud of a day. Because it goes back to what you just said. You did it for 140. And then on the 140th post. So basically you got 140 no's. So you gotta be willing to take no's. If you're not willing to fail,
Okay, that's a little...
You gotta be willing. And you were willing.
That depends on your perspective of stuff.
True, but you gotta...
Because it wasn't 140 no's.
I mean, you still got some views.
My goal was to be a full-time YouTuber. That was the goal the first time around. This time around, the goal is just to be a full-time content creator, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
Not making someone else's content though. It has to be my content.
You got your stuff, yeah.
The first time around, it was full-time YouTuber. I had a lot of no's. It wasn't 140.
Okay.
I can look back, and within the first month, I got my most viral viewed video ever. On day like 20 something, I got a video with 10 million views.
Damn. Okay, and then? But you stay consistent.
I did.
You didn't get one video blow up and go, well, there you have it, folks. 1 million views. And you didn't throw the towel in. You keep going, right? So it's...
Content creation is all about failure, rejection, and learning to pivot.
100%.
And that is 100% of what I learned the first time around. I was learning how to make short form content and like, what does that look like? It wasn't 140 no's, but it was at least 50. I had like 50 different styles of video that I would try to do. Am I just talking in the camera? Am I trying to teach something? Even then, am I recording with the camera? Am I recording with the phone? My most viral video, technically, is a screen recording of my iPhone. Okay. So it's like learning
that stuff, yeah.
You have to learn how to edit. Luckily, I already knew that. But then you have to learn like what people like. And if you're going to commit to a certain niche, you have to be willing to try. You have to be willing to adapt, try different things to see what actually works. And even recently, my most successful month, which was October of last year, I started off that month, I thought I found a winning formula. I've been doing all these recreations, and I thought I found a winning formula. I was getting lots of views. I had a Barbie video get 4 million views, a Spider-Man get 2 million views, and I was getting a lot of traction along the way. I was growing my following a lot. And so, you know what everyone says, you find something that works, you keep doing it.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. And it didn't work. And it blew my mind that like this...
And it didn't work.
I knew that this formula was working. So like what happened?
And that's where this job really... Because it's a job. It's a passion. It's a job. It's what you want to bring income to your family. So it's more like taking data. That's the one thing that's been so weird for me in my videos and things that we've done together or things that I've done separately. Is there something might work on something else? It might work on one platform and turns around and works on another. Or you're doing really good and you followed the formula that works, but then it doesn't work for you.
Yeah, no, this was on the same platform.
Yeah.
This was the same page, the same content that I was making just last month.
Yeah.
The month before. I didn't have an option. I couldn't back out. I committed to, like, Octobers are my thing. I would post every single day of October with a different recreation. That was my thing. My childhood friend came here to live with us, to work with me, and I have all of these videos lined up to film. I put thousands of dollars into this, and now it's not working?
I think the biggest thing is stopping. I wouldn't say it's not working, because you do your views and things that you do generate, and the people who do follow you are coming back to see some stuff that you post. Because if you look at the previous content you've posted and the drops and the patterns that we have and things, I wouldn't say you're still following a formula and it's failing. Maybe everything has a roller coaster, has its dips, it has its highs, it has its lows, and then we just got to ride it.
No, I was definitely following that formula, and it failed, and I had to pivot my entire content strategy afterwards. So when you look online and you're like, how do you blow up? How do you do this? Everyone is like consistency, 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 and consistency is good. Mm-hmm. But it's not actually the factor that's going to make you blow up. Pivoting is what's going to make you blow up.
Yeah.
Trying different things is what's going to make you blow up. If you have this terrible structure for your videos, you can post 1,000 of them. and it's never going to work.
Well, obviously, yeah. No, for sure. Okay.
So you have to pivot it. You have to be willing to try new things in order to actually find the thing that works for you. So that's where I was getting with my story, is that I had this formula. The Exorcist came out during that time. And I was like, this is a perfect way to jumpstart this brand new horror movie. That's my bread and butter. Let me post it.
Yeah.
No. But I didn't give up. It forced me to pivot my content. Because before this, we were going with like these highly produced TikToks. We would implement like little skits, like a whole bunch of, well, I was trying to go really story driven. I was trying to make this really good story driven content that takes you on this like emotional roller coaster of like laughing and crying and like awes and stuff. It didn't work. And it forced me to find the content style of the did you knows that did end up working. And that's what took us to my most successful month.
It's funny that you mentioned the did you knows, because I just had when you do the did you know, that's on it's a black screen. Did you play with the idea of re-editing it where it's the actual transparent, pretty much? It's just the text over the actual film instead of the black. Do you think text posts or anything like that, a card, like a cue card almost in the beginning of things, do you think that... Because what do you think that is, like a second or 2 seconds? That you're
usually like a second.
You think that? Have you ever tested it?
I don't know. I know that a lot of times in my videos, I'll just take away the video and have text on screen, and it's like you're there, and then you get interrupted, and you get taken out of the video, and then you get thrown back into it. I know that text is something that really gets people going. So like having that text on screen of just did you know, and every word it pops up, it's like a sensory overload type of a thing for someone. And then you're forced to read it. So you're sitting there hearing it and you're reading it and you're seeing things pop up on screen, and all of a sudden, boom, you're in the video, and my videos happen so quickly and you're just like, what the hell am I watching? And then, oh shit, here's the end of it.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah. And the reason why I mentioned that is because re-editing too is another. When you post a video and it bombs, the video is not trash.
That's true.
The video is not trash. You can re-edit, unless it is absolutely.
You can make one small change to a video, just adjust some timing here and there, or maybe just add on some captions, and your video goes from 1,000 views to 1 million.
It's weird. It really is weird. But sometimes I think it's like a psychological thing, and honestly, failure, all psychological. You have to accept that nothing's ever going to be perfect.
When you're doing content creation, you have to accept failure, because it's going to happen.
Yes. It's going to happen a lot.
It's going to happen a lot, especially at the beginning. At least at the beginning, no one expects you to succeed.
Yeah, no, not even your family. Well, you got lucky. Your family was...
I've never told my family. I've been doing YouTube and content creation since I was like 12. And for the longest time, I just never shared it.
I think you're weird. Because his room doing those YouTubes, yeah.
Well, no. So I didn't want any fake support, which I guess coming from your family, is it fake support? I don't know. But I've always viewed it as fake support. I don't want...
Oh, they just support you because they like feel like they have to?
Yeah, I don't want 30 subscribers and then no views on my videos. Like, I don't want my family just to subscribe because it's me. And I want them to like actually watch the video. And if you're not going to watch it, then don't subscribe.
Yeah, because if it messes with your retention. And this is something you guys can make note of, is because you taught me this. You're like, I want to just invite everyone to my new page. Because if they're not about the page, if they're not about the message, they're not about the content, it's going to hurt your watch time. It's going to hurt your retention. Because let's say you have 1,000 people you send these invites out to, and you don't really know these 1,000 people. And these 1,000 people, they're just going to do it because you send it to them. Okay, cool. I'll like the page. I'll watch the video for 2 seconds. But not realizing that's...
for 2 seconds.
Yeah. Like, I clicked on it, and then I got busy. Well, okay, whatever. That's going to hurt you in the long run. So be very careful of who you share your content for the world, but... you know, I guess that's all.
Don't share it to your friends and family.
Yeah, you know, unless they're don't share it at all. Unless they're really like, I stopped. I used to, and then it's like,
And the thing too is
it
that
sucks, you know.
they're not going to tell you that you suck. They're not going to tell you that your videos are trash.
Oh, my dad.
I tell you that your videos are trash.
Yeah, we tell each other.
No,
it
but like
sucks, but no, your family just is gonna butter you.
your family loves you.
Kiss your ass, yeah.
Your family loves you. They're going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to support you. Like, good job." That's not what you need.
Yeah. And
You need people around you to tell you that your videos suck.
yes.
And more importantly, how to improve them.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, your audio is bad.
Yeah.
I'm a little bored at this point.
Yep.
You
And
know?
that's came in handy a lot too. Get friends who will tell you that.
That's another reason why like I don't show my stuff to my family. If they end up finding it, cool. But like I'm not going to send it to my mom or my sister and be like, "Hey, watch this." They're going to watch it for 2 seconds. They're going to mess up the algorithm and suddenly the algorithm says, "Oh, this video is trash."
Yo, dude.
Video's trash, bro. Your mom said so.
You're going to send your videos to your family and you're just going to mess up your entire algorithm.
Yeah, cousin Stacy. Yeah, that is trash, bro. That was, dude. That is fucked. But that is very true. It's very true. People are so quick to be like, share it with all their friends and stuff. And half the time, you'll get more support from a stranger than you will someone in your family or, you know, friends.
You will get a whole bunch of support from strangers, and it's great.
Yeah.
And you're also going to get a whole bunch of hate,
Yes.
and that's great too, because at the end of the day,
It's comment.
it's a comment and it's engagement. So that's something that I put into my videos all the time, and I do it now. I've been doing it forever. I farm engagement. I'll film something, and my light switch will be dirty. I'll have a whole bunch of dog hair on my chest. I'll say the wrong words and like, or I'll have like a caption that's the wrong thing. Like there's so many like little mistakes and like little mess ups and stuff that other people would take away that like I keep in there because I know that someone's going to comment on it.
You know, that's a little, pretty much like little Easter eggs.
Yeah. And it works.
I bet.
I posted a video the other day.
That's
and
it.
my wife was like, "You need to clean your light switch." I was like, "I know." But I kept it in there because guess what? Someone commented, "I'm going to buy you a magic eraser for that light switch."
That's your fish. Yeah, you're farming, fishing for comments, and getting a reaction out of them. And it's crazy because on the other side of the fence with the whole Facebook stuff that I do, there's a top creator, him and his wife, they do that. And they said it's like one of the best tools. Like, for instance, they do a lot of cooking stuff. They're sitting there whipping it up. But there's like a pink octopus in the background, just like chilling. There's something weird going on that no one notices, but it's there. It's called hiding in plain sight.
They did a really famous test about this, and I wish I had it better in my memory, but they had like a whole bunch of students doing something, but then there was a gorilla that walked across the screen, and no one noticed the gorilla until they told you that there was a gorilla that walked past the screen, and you're like, "What?"
Oh my god! Could you imagine chats like, guys, there's a gorilla. Hey, how you like pancakes? And there's some.
I feel like that's what you're talking about more because it's stuff where you watch it back. Maybe you're like watching the video and looking at the comments, and someone else says like, "There's a pink octopus in the background." And you're like, "What? I didn't see that."
then
Let me
you go-
watch it again.
Yeah, yep. It's more ways to.
I want people to comment on that thing the first time.
I feel that.
I
Yeah.
want to make it a lot more noticeable.
Okay, but what if you could get 2 views out of one? Is that better in the long run?
Probably.
Yeah. So make it noticeable, but not too noticeable. Because you want them to watch it twice.
Ideally, yeah.
And that's a way to pivot. You want to get them to watch it twice. I just want.
And hopefully that's something that, you know, you're watching the video, you're looking at the comments, someone comments like, "Oh my God, your shirt is so dirty," or,
Do you watch videos and read comments at the same time?
yeah.
I'll watch the video first, and then I'll watch it again.
It kind of depends on how interesting the video is. If it's like not really that interesting, I'll look at the comments and see like if it's kind of worth watching.
Oh, I feel that. Yeah. I've done a couple of videos, and then that goes to show how much engagement matters. And you're gonna doubt yourself in the beginning because and that's the beauty of TikTok is you don't know. We don't know. Like for me, like I had like fell. Like everything I posted was ass. And I posted a video that we filmed, a couple years ago, a year and a half ago, maybe a couple of years ago, and now it blew up. So it's like, TikTok is so weird because your first post could be a mega hit. I don't know if it's luck. I don't know. But the way TikTok works is unlike any other app. So just because you keep failing, just don't stop, because you never know which one's gonna pop off. And if you give up, like we think about giving up all the time, but if you give up, it will never happen.
It will never happen.
And you never happen.
If you think you can do it, you're right.
Yeah.
If you think that you can't do it, you're also right.
Exactly. And that's how the law of attraction works. And piecing it all together and not giving up, staying consistent and learning. Something's not working doesn't mean it won't work in the future. It's just not working right now.
So you had your first viral video, like, on your own page.
Yeah.
On TikTok. How did that make you feel?
Really, it's a big old dopamine hit, and it felt great. To be honest, it was nice because it was with my daughter, so it was like, not only did I, because she played the part. That video, one of the comments and the things that people were talking about.
So Jordan made a video of him as the Grinch.
Yeah.
If the Grinch was a dad, and he had his little infant baby in a little Grinch costume, and he just kind of did these skits as if the Grinch was a dad.
Yep. And I wish I filmed more of them because she's not a baby anymore. She's 2. And it took me this long to post it for personal reasons. There's some things that were, the reason I didn't share it. But I think it's weird because now it's a hit. And I knew it was a hit. The first time we filmed it. And honestly, it could have been a bigger hit. We don't know. But who cares? We're here now. The video's out. It's doing great. I want to do more. But now she's not a baby. So I was even thinking about doing a Grinch family. Making them all Grinches. The kids. Which would be cool. Maybe. Who knows? Could you imagine the Grinch chasing around?
Your video would have went massive last year because the main one came out.
Yeah, well, that was last year.
Yeah.
Or the year.
Dang. So your video, the Grinch was extra popular. The animated one, I think, came out the year before, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, it did.
So your video would have went.
I don't understand. And see, don't like.
I made some Mean One videos and I got like 6 million views.
And for people who don't know, the Mean One is the scary. So the Grinch is a public domain. Anyway, a studio got away with making a horror version of the Grinch, and he was like,
probably not because they didn't
ever call him the Grinch. I don't think they even call him Who's.
No.
Did he?
So it's probably not public domain.
He killed regular people, or they're.
Public domain is when the public is able to use an IP, and that happens after 75 years. I'm pretty sure.
There's some really good characters that are out there too.
So like recently, Winnie the Pooh went into the public domain.
Yeah,
and now anyone is able to use the very first iteration of Winnie the Pooh.
It's crazy. Winnie the Pooh out here doing devilish things. You stole my honey. That movie was insane. Corny, but insane. And that's learning to pivot because, man... Everything's always been like butterflies and rainbows, but those types of, like, you're talking about Mickey Mouse and Winnie the Pooh, like these things that have been nice for generations after generations, and now they're dark. That's pivoting, because right now we live in a really cool time with movies.
Picking up.
Oh my gosh! Finally,
the horror genre is getting so popular.
I know, it's amazing.
People love seeing their childhood just get fucked up.
Yeah. Because
hey, remember that thing I used to like?
Now
what if it killed people?
Oh yeah, right. Can you imagine an evil Toy Story?
Have you seen the trailer for the Pinocchio? horror movie.
Oh, it looks weird.
Looks really good, actually.
It does look
No,
good.
sorry, that's not Pinocchio. Have you seen the trailer for the Peter Pan horror?
Ooh. No, but I've always wanted to write a Peter Pan horror.
I bet you it's going to be exactly.
I haven't
what this is.
seen this. This is...
It's from the same studio that made Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh my god.
It's from that same studio. They're creating this entire,
Monsterverse type of thing?
Monsterverse. But, okay, so it's Peter Pan, but not really. It's some creepy looking dude that's kind of just like a serial killer going around abducting kids, taking them to Neverland. It's not like anything magical, I don't think.
Where's Neverland?
Like in his basement.
Oh my god. In his basement. Hey kids, come on to Neverland.
That's literally what they say in the trailer.
You're never gonna grow up. Oh, jeez. Let's go. Get in this basement. I gotta see this.
We're about to watch this right now.
We gotta play it for them. They gotta see this.
That's literally what it is. He's like, hey, kids.
Hey kids, come on down to Neverland. I got all your chocolates.
It's called Neverland Nightmare. Look at that dude. Look at how creepy he looks.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere with that guy. But that's the thing, is pivoting. You know, just because it was nice done doesn't mean it's gotta be nice done.
Movie studios have been pivoting forever. When was the last time you saw a parody movie?
It's funny you mentioned that.
Sometime in the early 2000s.
Yeah, but the brothers,
You know, like
the brothers, right? The Wayland brothers.
the one with it wasn't Tobey Maguire. Drake Bell. Drake
Yeah,
Bell
it
was
was
a superhero.
Yeah, that one. The fly. He was like making fun of
The Fly or something.
something. Yeah,
He was green.
I think he peed. I don't know what he did. Yeah, I think.
And then
he
there
did
was
something.
there was the Spartans, the 300.
Now those are good. Those are good. Those are good. But my favorite was Scary Movie.
Yeah, scary.
They're
movie.
coming back.
I know, but for the longest time, they had to pivot.
They pivoted.
They pivoted. The movies weren't working. They had to try something else.
So if you're
Why shouldn't you do the same thing with your content?
exactly, and people need to realize that I have to. I stop myself from doing a lot of different things because I'm like, at the end of the day, I might just be doing it for me, and then sometimes that's okay.
Honestly, you have to make content for you.
You do, but sometimes that
If you make content for someone else, you're going to get burnt out. If
exactly.
you're not in love with the idea of making content,
Okay.
sitting, like having to edit, if you're not in love with the entire process, you're going to get burnt out.
Well, that goes back to a question I was going to ask you earlier. Before we start this, I've been thinking about this for you. Is now that you're mixing it up with your content, like for instance, you shout out to this light, or you want to give them a shout because I don't. What is this? These
Well, yeah,
lights?
I just got June actually sent me one of these lights that we're using. It's the Molis G300.
Right,
So shout out to June.
That's
They
brighter
made a
than the
light
future.
half the price of my aperture, and it's brighter, and it's like a quarter of the size.
Yeah, not hitting on the aperture.
No,
Aperture makes a good light, but this light is insane.
I could not see myself switching out of aperture. But this light might have changed my opinion.
Yeah, it tickles your fancy.
If they start adding like these stick lights and stuff, like
it's a
this
game changer.
flat light that we got above our
Yeah.
head, then I could seriously see myself switching to June.
Check them out. Check them out for sure.
It doesn't help that like I had a thing going on with Aperture. They sent me a couple lights and stuff, and then they just ghosted me. So like,
Oof.
I
I got a couple of road shooters right there. Yeah.
just been ghosted by them. It's like I don't know what I.
You're gonna have to come. You're gonna have to come back when you're like,
You didn't tell me what I did wrong. You just stopped talking.
no closure, bitch.
I didn't even get what I was supposed to get because it was out of stock.
She's gonna show it with 2 stip lights. Take me back.
I was supposed to get 2 more stick lights.
You hear her out of
stock.
They're out of stock, my eyes.
Aperture.
Yeah, where are you at?
You're
I'm
hating
sure.
me now.
Look, this light, big game. But
I hope they see this video and
I
I'm
hope
like,
so.
this is what we missed out on.
yeah, 100%. And it goes back to that because okay, you're posting these videos to TikTok. You're changing the lane. You're pivoting. You're seeing what's working.
So far, not much has been working, but what did change was the positivity, the law of attraction.
Yeah.
I started to actually think that I could do this, and I was positive, and now suddenly these opportunities are coming back in.
Okay. So what if the marketing? What if that's what blew up? Would you be satisfied in not being known for your recreations or short My question maybe, what if the wrong thing blew up? Or to you, is it the wrong thing? Would you be happy with just doing like commercial type stuff?
I've already had the wrong thing blow up.
Ooh. What was that?
Okay, I want to start off by saying I absolutely love my old YouTube audience. And for this time in my life,
K-pop stuff.
I wouldn't change anything because it was great and it was a dream. When I was doing this my very first time on my road to be a full-time content creator, the first time, I was experimenting and I was trying different things and I was trying stuff that I've never tried before. And the whole reason on why I was able to go full-time was because I reacted to a BTS video. And it just so happened that every video before that would get about 200 views. And this video got 2,000 views.
Which is a good leap for starting
It's
out.
tremendous,
That's
especially on YouTube with full-length videos.
Like, how long were those lengths?
They were like 15 minutes.
That's a long time.
So I just kept doing it, and all of a sudden I got 75,000 subscribers, and I react to K-pop music videos now. And I could tell you that
I need to see so.
this is not something that I ever saw myself doing, and I would have never predicted that I would be in that position. And I tell you, it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I've actually been considering going back and doing it again, just because I'm so close to getting a plaque, and I really want a plaque. I want a 100,000 subscriber plaque. So
It don't matter what it's for. You just want to play.
well, like that channel is already so close, and you can't rebrand your channel nowadays.
Yeah, it's really hard.
That channel is just always going to be a music video reaction channel, probably a K-pop video reaction channel, and that's the only thing that channel could ever be. Because I've tried rebranding it with stuff that I'm doing now, and it did not work. It doesn't work.
Yeah, no.
So I toyed around with the idea of doing it again.
You're satisfied with that, though. You're okay with if it's not this, it's that.
I don't have a choice. I've tried.
Yeah, I feel that.
When I was doing K-pop reactions, after about a year, it really started to feel like I'm not satisfied. I'm not creatively satisfied. I'm doing the same thing every day. I start my day and I go and find a music video. I react to it. I edit it. I post it. That's it. I'm a commentator. I talk about what I'm seeing. I'm not doing anything creative. Okay. So I tried to interject creativity into the channel and try different things.
Pivoting.
Yeah, I tried to pivot into something, and I tried to slowly go into something else.
Yeah.
Because that whole channel started off with gear reviews and the typical filmmaker YouTube channel. And so a lot of my early videos were camera settings, lens review, light review, tutorial. And then it went to K-pop. So I tried to slowly pivot my audience. BTS has a variety show where they go and they kind of do some different things.
Yeah.
And one of the episodes that I watched was them doing all these cutesy little challenges, throwing a ping pong ball at this thing, throwing cards into something, doing a hula hoop thing. And so I recreated that. Me and my wife went and we bought all these little props and we did our thing, and the video didn't perform that well. I tried posting just some tutorials about, random stuff. I did a tutorial on Wednesday when that came out on the guy that just has no face. I did a tutorial on how to do that. Didn't go anywhere. I tried to recreate these music videos that I was actually watching. So I recreated this effect from an aespa music video.
Oh, wow. I
recreated 5 effects from 5 different BTS music videos. And they did okay, but the BTS one it only did good because it was BTS.
Right.
When I went to do it again with aespa and then Stray Kids, my average views were about 60,000. These got 5.
That's nuts.
So
a drop.
I really tried to make the channel work. I tried to slowly pivot, and it just, nothing happens. I don't think nowadays you can change the niche of your channel.
It's very
I
hard.
think you just have to start a new channel, and that's what I did.
And that I go see me too, because we were talking about this with my stuff, is separation and things. Multiple channels are okay. And going back to what we were talking about the other day on the phone about, instead of being blowing up on one channel and then starting another channel, let's start both of them at the same time. Do it anyway. Overload the work. Do the work, because we have the time and we can do both. And just see what happens. You have to put the hustle into it, because that's not going to do itself. And we're more capable of doing at least 1 to 2.
This was such a weird thing for me because I thought that I had learned from my mistakes. I've been trying to do YouTube since I was 12.
Yeah, And it's not an overnight thing, folks. It's a never-ending grind.
Yeah, the success of my second most recent channel, the K-pop one, was 12 years in the making. So when I was doing YouTube when I was younger, I've had like 30 or 40 different YouTube channels, because every single time I had a different interest, I would just make a new channel. Call of Duty, Minecraft, skits, pen spinning, all of these like different little things. Even like if I got into a different clan in Call of Duty for some reason, I would make a new channel. And that was my mistake before. So now when it came to me trying to rebrand this channel, I was like, okay, in the past, making new channels and stuff didn't work. I wish I would have stuck with one channel. So let me try to stick with this one channel. And now it doesn't work. Now you have to make a new channel.
Yes.
It's like, what?
It's like everything you knew. You gotta keep relearning.
But thank God for YouTube Shorts, because now you're actually able to get started on YouTube.
Yeah.
The barrier of entry has dropped. I started a new YouTube channel, and it already has 20,000 subscribers.
That's good.
It just passed 21,000.
That's good.
This is the channel that I intend on going with moving forward.
Which you can find the link down. We'll link that.
Yeah, our socials are down below. It would not be that successful if not for YouTube Shorts. A majority of the subscribers came from one video.
Oh, the 5 nights.
I had a YouTube short blow up, get 5 million views, and that brought 18,000 subscribers out of my 21,000, and there you go. Yeah. Just like that.
That's growth. That's growth. That's good.
Now, if those subscribers are going to stick around and watch my full-length videos instead of my shorts, that's a whole different story.
And I think the reality of this whole thing is doesn't matter when you start, don't stop.
And it doesn't matter what you have to start off with.
Yeah. Just do it.
I mean, look at us in this podcast right now. We don't have podcast mics because I only have one. We're using one camera.
Yeah.
Like,
we got a couple lights and
yeah, I got lights and stuff, but like we don't have the necessary equipment to start a podcast, but Here we are starting it.
Yeah. Day one, Dave. Day one. We got this shit.
If you're looking to start a channel, just
do it.
Film it with your phone.
Yeah.
Don't wait to get a camera. Film it with your phone. You can edit it in the apps a lot of the times. You can edit it on your phone.
Oh, there's CapCut. There's InShot.
CapCut. Everyone uses CapCut nowadays.
Yeah, most of you probably know what that is, but
some people are better editing. Some people are better at editing in CapCut than people that have been in the traditional software for years. And even if you do have a computer, there's free software like DaVinci Resolve that you can get started right now for free, and it's fully capable. It's a great software.
And there's just answers. There's answers to every problem that you have. There's answers. And if you give up, there's no answers. You just got to keep on. Keep it on.
If you want to be a content creator, let alone a full-time content creator, the answer is start making something.
Yep.
Your first videos are going to be terrible.
And fail. You fail. Start making, fail. Start making, fail. Start making, fail. Just keep making. Fail. Learn. Don't keep repeating the same mistakes.
The hardest thing for someone when they're first starting to make content is continuing to make content.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be so much harder for you to do. When you make content, you're going to fail. You're going to make something, it's going to be trash, it's not going to look good, people aren't going to watch it, you're going to fail. But it's going to be exponentially more discouraging for you if you have invested $2,000 to get lights, a camera,
Yeah.
microphone, and all of this stuff, if you've invested all of this money into something and then it's not working on top of it, it's going to be really hard for you to continue going.
Yeah, you're just hurting yourself in the long run for that.
So it's so much easier
Just do it.
during the learning process of starting to make content, regardless, to just make it with what you have, make it with your phone.
Make it raw, make it natural. It's more relatable at the end of the day.
It's a lot more important to get the creator mindset and the creator drive. It's a lot more important to get that stuff than it is to getting quicker.
Yeah. I met someone the other day that had all the equipment, way better equipment that we have access to, but they don't use it.
I watch all of these people online
Dude,
that have less than me, and that messes me up. It like
They have less than you and still doing.
They're making stuff better than me. They
That's
have
crazy.
less to work with than I do, and their skill level is off the charts.
Yeah. That's wild. Chart.
Like there's
That's crazy how that works, though.
I think his name is Alex Rosa.
Is that the guy with the green screen?
Yeah, he's like
Is that the guy I sent you?
he's in South America somewhere.
Is that him?
I don't think he's in Mexico.
Because his films everything in front of the green screen and just goes into this fucking crazy ass.
Yeah, he is currently recreating. He's turning Naruto into live action. He's making a trailer.
Oh, wow. Well, I know. Yeah.
And at least his beginning videos, because now he has like a couple million subscribers, but his beginning videos, he had nothing. He didn't have a camera. He didn't have costumes. He didn't have access to anything. He's in his bedroom. He's working with his mom. He's literally making costumes out of cardboard and like paper.
Wow.
And he's able to take that. He has no lights.
Yeah.
He like filmed in his bathroom.
Unstoppable.
And he's able to take that, and because his skill set is so good within Blender and these 3D softwares, and he's just a master at like VFX and compositing, he can take this trash and make it look better than the movie studios.
That's insane.
And there's so many of these guys out there that
It's
just
just-
like, they have so little, but their skill set is so high with these editing softwares like Blender and After Effects. And some of them are using better compositing softwares like Nuke and Houdini and stuff like that, but a majority of them are just using Blender and After Effects, and they're literally creating stuff that rivals Netflix and these
That's
big
insane.
productions. And they're one person.
And that just goes to show you that like, no matter what you have at your disposal, like use it. And then get better at what you have.
It gives me such a drive because I'm like, I got more. I got a better camera.
Well, imagine you
I got
just
more
rely on
lights. I got
building.
this. I got that. Like, why can't I do what they're doing?
can. When you will.
I can. I just have to learn.
And
It
with
gives, me, it
learning,
gives me a good drive to learn how to do it because they're proving to me that it can be done.
1000%. And you can't learn without failure.
And that's the topic of my next YouTube video is learning Blender in 1 week. And I'm recreating a Star Wars. I'm turning some concept art from Star Wars into a live action moving little scene.
I'm ready for that.
So I like I said, they gave me the drive, and now I'm actually taking those steps to learn the software so that I can hopefully be just as good as them.
Oh, and I'm excited for that. I really appreciate us doing this. This is the start to something. And it just gives us a moment to take a break from the creating, and we can inspire other people, help them get over the humps, because there's humps. There's lots of humps. I think it's exciting. And we can talk more. We could talk more next week about our past and how we, stepped into this, like more about us and break down the human parts of this machine.
Yeah, so the point of this podcast is really to document our hopeful rise to being full-time content creators so you can see our struggles, our failures, and you can learn from our mistakes. You can maybe get some tips along the way, and you can accelerate your path to also becoming a full-time content creator.
And hey, We believe in you. Thanks for watching.
Go make some shitty videos.